Welcome back to Hidden Headlines. Today we're diving into the blazing world of ancient Egyptian mythology to explore one of the most powerful deities ever worshipped, Ra, the sun god himself. From his falcon head crowned with the solar disk to his daily journey across the heavens in his golden bark, Ra wasn't just a god, he was the god, the king of all Egyptian deities. So grab your sunglasses because we're about to uncover the scorching secrets of the deity, who literally powered an entire civilization.
Ancient Egypt was a land of many gods, but one god stood above all others, Ra, the mighty sun god. Egyptians believed the sun was the source of all life. Ra, who controlled the sun, was the most important god in their religion. Ra's power was immense. He was responsible for bringing light, warmth, and life to the world. Without Ra, the Egyptians believed there would be no crops, no animals, and no people. The Egyptians told many stories about Ra. These stories, called myths, explained how the world was created and how it worked. They also taught people about right and wrong and how to live a good life. One of the most important myths about Ra is the story of his birth. In the beginning, there was nothing but a vast, dark ocean called Nun. Nun represented chaos and the unknown. Then, from the depths of Nun, a single lotus flower emerged. This was no ordinary flower, for within it lay the god Ra, waiting to be born. As the first rays of dawn touched the lotus, it blossomed open, and Ra emerged in a burst of sunlight. With his arrival, the world was filled with light and life for the first time. As soon as Ra was born, he began to create the world. He spoke, and his words became reality. He created the land, the sky, and all living things. First, Ra created Shu, the god of air, and Tefnut, the goddess of moisture. Then, Shu and Tefnut gave birth to Geb, the earth god, and Nut, the sky goddess. From Geb and Nut came Osiris, Isis, Set, and Nephthys, who would become the ancestors of all the other gods. Ra was pleased with his creation. He had brought order to the chaos of Nun and filled the world with beauty and life. He was the ruler of all he surveyed, and his power was absolute. Every day, Ra traveled across the sky in his solar boat. The boat, called the Manjet, was a magnificent vessel, shining like gold. It was steered by a crew of gods and goddesses who rowed tirelessly across the heavens. As Ra traveled, he brought light and warmth to the world. The Egyptians believed that the sun's rays were actually Ra's hands, reaching down to touch and bless his creation. The journey was not without its dangers. Apep, a giant serpent who represented chaos, lurked in the underworld, waiting to devour Ra and plunge the world into darkness. Each night, Ra and Apep would battle, and each morning Ra would emerge victorious, ensuring the continuation of light and life. Section 5. The Journey into Night. As the sun began to set, Ra's boat entered the underworld, the realm of the dead. This was a dangerous place, filled with demons and monsters. But Ra was a powerful god, and he was protected by his loyal followers. During his journey through the underworld, Ra would visit the souls of the dead. He would judge them and decide whether they were worthy to continue their journey to the afterlife. At dawn, Ra would emerge from the underworld, reborn and full of life. His victory over the forces of darkness ensured that the cycle of day and night would continue, and the world would be safe for another day. Section 6. The Many Faces of Ra. Ra was often depicted as a man with the head of a falcon. The falcon was a powerful symbol of royalty and divinity in ancient Egypt. It was associated with the sky and the sun, and its sharp eyesight represented Ra's all-seeing nature. Sometimes Ra was also shown with the head of a ram or a beetle. The ram represented fertility and power, while the beetle was associated with creation and rebirth. No matter how he was depicted, Ra was always recognizable by the sun disk that he wore on his head. This represented his role as the god of the sun and the source of all light and life. Section 7. Ra and other gods. As the supreme god, Ra had a close relationship with other deities. He was often linked to other powerful gods like Amun and Horus. When combined with Amun, he became Amun-Ra, a powerful creator god. With Horus, he formed Ra-Harakti, representing the sun at its zenith. Ra's power also extended to other gods and goddesses. He could grant them power or take it away. He was the ultimate authority in the Egyptian pantheon, and his decisions were final. Section 8. Worshipping the sun god. The Egyptians built magnificent temples to honor Ra. They offered him prayers, hymns, and sacrifices. Priests performed daily rituals to ensure the sun god's continued journey across the sky. One of the most important centers of Ra's worship was Heliopolis, the city of the sun. Here, priests studied the stars and developed a calendar based on Ra's journey. Ordinary Egyptians also prayed to Ra, asking for his blessing and protection. They wore amulets in the shape of the sun disk to invoke his power and ward off evil. Section 9. The enduring legacy of Ra. Ra's influence on Egyptian mythology and culture was profound. His story explained the creation of the world, the cycle of day and night, and the importance of the pharaoh. Even after other gods gained prominence, Ra remained a central figure in Egyptian religion. His worship continued for centuries, and his image adorned temples and tombs throughout the land. Today, Ra's story continues to fascinate us. It reminds us of the power of the sun and the enduring human desire to understand the mysteries of the universe.
Let's now have a look at Apep, Ra's counterpart. In the shadowy depths of ancient Egyptian mythology lurks one of the most feared and primordial forces ever conceived, Apep, the great serpent of chaos. Known also as Apophis, this colossal snake represents everything the ancient Egyptians dreaded: darkness, disorder, and the complete destruction of cosmic order. Unlike other Egyptian deities who maintained temples and received worship, Apep was the eternal enemy, a massive serpent dwelling in the underworld who threatened to devour the sun god Ra during his nightly journey through the Duat. Every dawn was a victory over this ancient evil, as Ra's solar bark successfully navigated past Apep's gaping jaws to bring light to the world once more.
Ancient Egypt gave us a rich tapestry of gods and goddesses. These deities embodied different aspects of life, death, and the cosmos. Among these powerful beings, one stands out as the embodiment of chaos and darkness, Apep. Known as the serpent of chaos, Apep represents everything the Egyptians feared. He is the antithesis of order, truth, and light, constantly threatening to plunge the world into eternal darkness. Apep was believed to reside in the underworld, a place of darkness and danger. From this shadowy realm, he relentlessly attempted to thwart the sun god Ra's journey across the sky. Each night, as Ra descended into the underworld, Apep would lie in wait, ready to attack and consume the sun god, plunging the world into darkness. This constant battle between Ra and Apep wasn't just a physical struggle. It represented the Egyptians' understanding of the delicate balance between order and chaos. The Egyptians believed that maintaining this balance was crucial for the world's well-being and their own survival. Apep's presence in Egyptian mythology serves as a reminder of the ever-present threat to order and stability. His story highlights the importance of vigilance and the constant struggle to maintain balance in a world prone to chaos. The most famous myth surrounding Apep is his nightly battle with Ra, the sun god. Every evening, as Ra sailed through the underworld in his solar bark, Apep would attack, attempting to swallow the sun god and extinguish his light. This battle was not merely a physical clash, it was a cosmic struggle between order and chaos, light and darkness. Apep's attacks were a constant threat to Ra and, by extension, to the world. If Apep were to succeed in swallowing Ra, the sun would never rise again, plunging the world into eternal darkness. The Egyptians believed that storms, earthquakes, and other natural disasters were manifestations of Apep's chaotic power. Despite the constant threat Apep posed, Ra was never truly defeated. Aided by other gods and goddesses, Ra would fight back against Apep, using his divine powers to repel the serpent and ensure the sun's safe passage through the underworld. This nightly battle between Ra and Apep wasn't just about good versus evil. It represented the Egyptians' belief in the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth. Just as the sun rose each morning after its battle with Apep, so too did life triumph over death, order over chaos. Apep is typically depicted as a gigantic serpent, his scales shimmering with an unnatural, unsettling light. His size was said to be immense, stretching for hundreds of cubits, his body coiling and twisting in the darkness of the underworld. Some accounts describe Apep with multiple heads, each one bearing a fearsome visage. His eyes glowed with malevolent intelligence, burning with an insatiable hunger for destruction. His gaping maw was filled with rows of razor-sharp teeth, capable of devouring anything in their path. His breath was said to be poisonous, capable of withering plants and bringing disease. Apep's terrifying appearance was a reflection of the chaos he represented. He was everything the Egyptians feared and sought to control. His monstrous form served as a reminder of the ever-present potential for disorder and destruction in the world. Section 4. The Journey Through the Underworld. Apep's Domain. The underworld known as the Duat was Apep's domain. It was a perilous place filled with demons, monsters, and treacherous landscapes. Each night, Ra's solar bark had to navigate this dangerous realm to bring the sun back to the east and ensure the cycle of day and night. Apep, lurking in the shadows of the underworld, was the greatest threat to Ra's journey. He would often lie in wait at a specific location called the Sandy Place, where the underworld was at its narrowest. Here, Apep would attempt to coil around the solar bark, trapping Ra and his entourage. The Egyptians believed that the journey through the underworld was a metaphor for the journey of the soul after death. Just as Ra had to overcome Apep to bring light to the world, so too did the deceased have to confront their own inner demons and overcome obstacles to reach the afterlife. Section 5. The Followers of Apep, Demons of Chaos. Apep was not alone in his quest to engulf the world in chaos. He commanded a legion of demons and monsters, each more grotesque and terrifying than the last. These creatures, born from the darkest corners of the underworld, served as Apep's minions, aiding him in his attacks on Ra and spreading disorder throughout the land. These demons were often depicted as having hybrid forms, combining the features of different animals in unsettling ways. Some had the heads of crocodiles or hippos, while others had the bodies of snakes or scorpions. Their appearances were a reflection of their chaotic nature, defying the natural order. The Egyptians believed that these demons could influence the human world, causing illness, misfortune, and natural disasters. They were a constant reminder of the ever-present threat of chaos and the importance of maintaining order. Section 6. Combating Chaos, Rituals against Apep. Given Apep's power and the threat he posed, the ancient Egyptians developed elaborate rituals and amulets to ward off his influence. These rituals were not just about protecting themselves from physical harm. They were about maintaining the cosmic balance between order and chaos. Priests played a crucial role in these rituals. They would recite spells and perform ceremonies designed to weaken Apep and strengthen Ra. These rituals often involved the use of wax figures representing Apep. The priests would inscribe the figures with curses and then burn or dismember them, symbolically destroying Apep and his chaotic power. Ordinary Egyptians also had their ways of combating Apep. They would wear amulets depicting gods and goddesses who fought against Apep, such as Set and Bastet. These amulets were believed to offer protection from Apep's influence and bring good fortune.
And there you have it, the eternal battle between Ra and Apep, light and darkness, order and chaos. This wasn't just ancient storytelling. This was how an entire civilization understood the very fabric of reality itself. Every sunrise was a victory. Every sunset a reminder that the struggle continues. What's fascinating is how relevant this mythology still feels today. We're still fighting our own battles against chaos, still seeking light in dark times, still understanding that order requires constant vigilance. The ancient Egyptians knew something we sometimes forget, that the things we value most are fragile and worth defending. If you enjoyed diving into these hidden headlines from ancient Egypt, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We've got so many more fascinating stories from history's shadows waiting to be uncovered. Drop a comment below and let me know. What other ancient mythologies would you like us to explore? Until next time, keep seeking the stories behind the headlines. This is Hidden Headlines, and I'll see you in the next one.